Chapter. UT Austin brings down all the remaining Confederate statues on the main mall. And new at 6 tonight, their new place in history and why these statues will no longer be on display even in a museum. Robert E. Lee, Albert Sidney Johnson, and John Reagan all taken down because of their leadership positions in the Confederate States of America. The statue of James Hogg also came down for aesthetics, but he is being moved to another location on campus. KXAN political reporter Phil Prazen is live at UT Austin right now. Phil, their place in history is changing.
Well, Shannon, the executive director of the Dolph Briscoe Center, Dr. Don Carleton, told me they want students to think about history, but they don't want the university to tell them what to think about history. And that's why they brought these statues down, because having those people up there on the pedestal told students that these people should be remembered as heroes and they should be honored. That's something the university wanted to change.
And we keep this.
Don Carleton, the executive director of the Dolph Briscoe Center, found out last night 3 more Confederate statues were heading his way. They'll join the other pieces of history here at the research center.
What they exist for is for people to come and study them and come to their own conclusions.
The statues will be part of the center's collection, but they will not be on public display because there's not enough room in the exhibition hall.
There are hardly any facts that come out of a statue. In fact, most statues are pretty silent, okay? And you have to read into them, but they're symbols. So anybody that wants to know anything about the history of the Civil War needs to go look. There are books that are available to do that.
Astonished and outraged that President Fenves would choose to do this without following proper channels or having any hearings.
Marshall Davis is the public information officer for the Texas chapter of Sons of Confederate Veterans and spoke to me by phone. He says the legal fight over the Jefferson Davis statue, taken down in 2015, is not over. While they lost in court, they appealed, and he says the Texas Supreme Court has agreed to take the case, but they're just waiting for a date.
Removing them in the dark of night, while there is still a lawsuit in progress about his removal of the Jefferson Davis statue several years ago.
Marshall Davis also tells me the only recourse they have left is that court battle and a battle at the Texas Capitol, where next session they're going to ask lawmakers to make what the university did here illegal. And however, he also did say that the Sons of Confederate Veterans group here in Texas is a family heritage group, and that they condemn the violence in Charlottesville, and that they feel that the white nationalist groups there stole the symbols that they treasure and that are now taken down here at the University of Texas. Back to you, Shannon, in the studio.
Phil, thank you. And removing these statues, as we've mentioned, caught most people by surprise. That includes the UT student body president. She and other student leaders met with University President Greg Fenves to discuss removing the statues.
We told him, the situation, and then afterward we were working as an exec board, student government exec board, to advocate, continue those conversations and continue that push. It came out of nowhere. Like, it was wow. I don't even have a word for it.
The student government shared a survey with President Fenves that showed many students favored removing the statues.